Let's see. Did anything
big happen? No, come on. You know what happened. After months of chest beating, saber rattling, they kidnap Maduro and his wife.
Trump at first said that the United States would run Venezuela. It was walked back by Marco Rubio, who was like, whoa. We're not exactly going to run it.
And now Marco Rubio has to go on every news station and they go, Trump said this. How's that going to work? And he's going, well, it's not exactly like that. There are so many compilations of him just doing long. Look, there are a lot of guys around the world
who need boning,
who do bad things.
Yeah.
Who we could drum up indictments about. But is that what we want to?
Why aren't we taking Antarctica is what I want to know.
We need
Greenland.
It now.
Let's go to the South Pole.
Not
dude.
only we need it, and it's ours. It was promised to us.
Bring the penguins over here. Bring the polar bears. Well, polar bears are, I don't know where they are. Who knows?
Well, let's go find out. Get Antarctica and find out if polar bears are there.
Tres, dos, uno. Y bienvenidos a la podcast de Ben y Emil. Yo soy Ben y él está Emil. Y este martes estamos aquí, hablamos de Venezuela. El país en Sudamérica si tiene un war.
No, güero.
Un güero. That's how you say it?
Isn't it?
I don't know. I thought we were güeros. Or I am. To them. I don't know.
Let's see. Güera.
Entonces, güera.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back to the new... There was an episode last week, but it was pre-recorded. We were gone. Everyone was...
We wish you a Christmas. We wish you a shitty Christmas. Holy... Christmas is over.
Aren't you not supposed to curse in the...
I think it's now in the first 20 seconds, right?
I don't know.
Do you want to just bleep it, please? Pull out the... Sorry, Emil.
Just popping off on F words.
It's been a day.
But so yeah, that didn't count as the first episode of the new year because it was filmed in 2025, and we were laying about on families' sofas and
not me
tending to dogs who were afraid of fireworks because of the New Year's. You know, that was. But this is the real first episode of the year.
Yeah.
Welcome back. Welcome to 2026 is going to be messed up.
It's going to be epic. Mega bacon.
Epic, but in a bad way. We're going to be bad.
We're going to be naughty. We're going to give you, in our bonus today, we're going to be talking about our ins and outs of 2026. Also, I'm going to walk you through why today sucked shit for me. And I had a very annoying, not autism triggering moment, but I had a very unpleasant afternoon.
Is it crazy that the universe conspires against you?
Sometimes it do feel that way, but then I do have to remind myself that I am a tiny, insignificant bug worm, and nobody cares. Nobody's out there trying to fuck with, unless it's my guardian angel just like fucking with me. In which case,
this would be less of a guardian angel, more of a
pest, a sex pest angel.
Yeah, what would it be?
I don't know, a predator.
Sure.
A predatory angel. Be sure to follow our other shows. Dillon and Steve and I just did our top movies of 2025. And there's some, I guess I said a lot of inappropriate things.
Why?
I said something about black teenagers.
What was your top movie?
Avatar.
Tell me in the bonus.
Okay. Go on.
You can also watch Last Chance to See. There's going to be a link to the description to that in the description. Got a fun one coming out. You'll see.
Last Seat to Chance. He's going to have a clown on, a professional.
We're talking clowning.
Clowning. Oh God! Remember when that was all the rage? You know,
I've definitely talked about it. I was at a party like maybe within the last year where I was talking to someone who was a clown, and I was just like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah. Yeah, I met someone who's now married. Good for her. She was single at the time and is a clown. And I thought, oh, that makes sense. Looking at you, everything about you says clown. I should have honked her nose.
Not that kind of clown. A clown in the classical sense.
Oh yeah, sure. Robin Williams clown style.
Of being comfortable with the audience's discomfort.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you just make people have a nice time?
Yeah. Instead of studying the ancient art of clown. Also, the credit card list is live, and there's I believe the Capital One Venture card X is up there, and the sign-up bonus is currently like 75,000 points when you spend like $500 in the first 3 months. So
I was just looking too because a friend was asking me about
the credit card list. That's my bad.
A friend was asking me about travel cards, and there's I was like, honestly, just try to find the biggest bonus right now if you're gonna go for something. And I think we were looking at AMEX Platinum had like 175.
The AMEX Platinum has about 175 right now, but you got to spend a lot of money for that one. So
you do, but they were planning a big trip, so I was like, if you're gonna hit it.
They're planning a big trip, so you'll see them next fall.
It's true.
Anyway, also join us live tomorrow for you guys. Tomorrow, Friday.
Oh, sure.
2 p.m. Pacific time, 5 p.m. Eastern time. And who gives a rat's ass what mountain time?
No, we give a rat's ass.
I don't know. It's like 3 o'clock or something.
We don't know if you guys observe daylight savings times. We don't know what's going on.
Nobody knows if you observe that holiday or not. It's an annual holiday. It goes on every single day that they celebrate in the mountains. But we are going to be going live.
Holiday?
What?
Which holiday is that?
Mountain time.
No, daylight savings time.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if
there's weird places, Arizona. I don't know what's going on over there.
But we're going to be going over our 2026 predictions, bingo card, and wasn't there? And we're going to do our Q&A.
Oh, sure.
We're going to answer our questions. Brought to you by Celsius Energy.
Yeah, Celsius Energy is sponsoring the whole thing.
Yeah. They're going to see how high I can get my heart rate. So tune in for that.
The tagline they wrote was, "We won't stop until he dies." So tune in for that.
But I win like $1,000 if I win.
Which
if I don't die.
The only way to win is dying. So
so it'll go toward funeral costs. But I don't want a funeral, or I do, but I don't want to be buried.
So it'll go to his progeny, I guess.
Launch me into the sun. Just fucking hurl me up there. Let me melt in the space. Okay, so. Let's see. Did anything
big happen? No, come on. You know what happened after months of chest beating, saber rattling, striking what appears to be their speedboats or fishing boats. Very little evidence given of actual drug trafficking, and then the horrific double tap strike. Stationing naval assets in the Caribbean. Cem Carson fully telling us it was going to happen.
Oh, yeah. Almost to the day. He had predicted January 2nd
it's
on
all
Twitter.
Finally happened. And what was it? January 3rd, Army Delta Force leads a...
Delta Force. Different from American Airlines Force.
Much different. You do
it's
not.
It's a higher.
And God help you if you send in United Force.
Yeah, United Force, not very good. A very low quality product.
But under bombardment, they move in and kidnap. Which is funny. Trump himself says kidnap, but I feel like the New York Times and BBC are still so used to.
What are they saying? Arrest?
Yeah, they use all kinds of words of like, they'll do anything to say kidnap. And I think they just, old habits die hard. You know what I mean? They're like, they forget that they don't have to run cover for the administration.
Yeah.
But they kidnap Maduro and his wife, bring him back to New York City to be tried in the Southern District of New York.
At MDC in Metropolitan Detention Center. I thought it'd be nice to just go over some quick facts about how this went down. It was called Operation Absolute Resolve. Absolute Resolve. At 2 a.m. on January 3rd, over 150 aircraft were involved. They just went in, bombed the shit out of some military targets. They went into
I believe
Maduro's
at this time
house.
we don't have full casualty numbers, but I think they're estimating at least 80 people are dead.
That's right. Some Cuban military guys and
Maduro's Maduro's security team.
Yes.
And I do believe there are at least some civilians dead.
Yeah. And so currently,
which a lot of people leave out when they talk. Everyone keeps going, and no loss of life during this whole thing. I'm going,
no loss of life on the American side.
Sure.
Yeah. And the vice president, a woman named Delcy, I hope I'm saying that right, Delcy Rodriguez, was sworn in on Monday. She was the VP for Maduro for about 10 years and also served under Chavez. And under Maduro, she was put in charge of oil exports and turning around their struggling economy. And it was interesting because Trump at first said that the United States would run Venezuela, and it was walked back by Marco Rubio, who was like, whoa, we're not exactly going to run it.
Dude, being one of these people who has to
corral him.
It's so funny. We watched it. When what, Saturday or Sunday? When I would have woken up and found out.
Sunday.
And it was the first thing we saw, and we're literally just watching his press conference, watching Trump talk about it. It's unbelievable. You're like,
yeah,
he's just. He's admitting everything, admitting why he's doing it, talking about
it's ours now.
We're going to basically occupy Venezuela and run Venezuela.
We're going to run it. We're going to take their oil because we need it.
And now Marco Rubio has to go on every news station, and they go, Trump said this. How's that going to work? And he's going, well, it's not exactly like that. There are so many compilations of him just doing long
sighs. Yeah, he seems like a pretty unhappy guy, and I don't blame him. I go back to that photo of him sitting on the couch.
He's rock hard for this whole thing.
Yeah. And now he might also be in.
I don't think he's rock hard for managing the fallout, but he's rock hard for regime change and.
Well, that's so. I'm glad you said regime change, because it so far seems like the only regime change is just Maduro
removing Maduro,
but his VP
keeping in place his handpicked VP.
Yes,
with very similar ideals and
everything.
Yeah, and they're like, mission accomplished.
She's very interesting. She's a lawyer, like somebody I know in this room who's also a lawyer.
Looks like a
job opening might.
A South American head of state could.
You could pass for South. You could pass for so many different races.
A lot of people have been like, "What are you even?"
Hey, everybody! We want to take a quick break to talk about clothing, looking good, feeling good, etc. I went to a few weddings over the last few months, and I got to tell you, shopping for that ain't easy. But with MIZZEN in Maine, baby, it was the easiest thing ever. Picture that go-to white dress shirt, the one you wish you could wear all week because it always looks good and sharp, and it actually feels good too. That's MIZZEN in Maine, man. That was me at these weddings. I was just feeling crisp, fresh, clean, comfortable.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
MIZZEN in Maine makes classic menswear with performance fabrics, so it's effortless to look sharp and feel great. MIZZEN in Maine actually invented the performance fabric dress shirt over 10 years ago, and since then, they've perfected it with modern fabrics. The shirts and pants look refined, yet they're stretchy, lightweight, moisture-wicking, wrinkle-resistant, and completely machine washable. No ironing, no dry cleaning.
That's my favorite part. When you put their clothes on, you'll feel the difference instantly. It's professional style that's actually comfortable, whether you're in the office, on the road, or even out on the golf course. Right now, MIZZEN in Maine is offering our listeners 20% off your first purchase at mizzeninmaine.com. Promo code BAYS20. That's MIZZEN spelled MIZZEN and Maine, MAIN.com. Promo code BAYS20 for 20% off. mizzeninmaine.com, promo code BAYS20. And if you'd rather shop in person, you can find MIZZEN in Maine stores in select states. So Trump said that Delcy Rodriguez is, quote, she is essentially willing to do whatever we think is necessary to make Venezuela great again. But then she went and at a press conference like totally slammed him and said, no, fuck him. We're going to fight. We're going to work closely with Cuba, and that ain't going to happen. But
also,
then,
by far the funniest thing is how quickly he snubbed Machado, who is basically she was given she was given the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah.
She's been a big oppositional leader in Venezuela, basically being like, please come bomb us. Like, you need to help us by bombing us. And Trump, I mean, everyone thought she would be in line for taking over when this all happened.
But she didn't give
Trump
him...
immediately hits her with just she's a very nice woman, but she doesn't have the respect.
Which is true.
Just ruling her out.
Dude, she's got like a 90-something% disapproval.
I know. I mean, you got to give Trump the credit on that. I totally would have assumed he would be dumb enough to try to just install Machado. But there are so many insane reports flying around this. People are saying that the reason he didn't do that, have you seen this, is because he's pissed that she accepted the award and she thanked Donald Trump, but she did not deny the award and be like, this belongs to Donald Trump.
The Nobel Peace Prize.
Yes.
Yeah. I've seen that too. And
who
she did today. Did you see a few hours ago? She basically said
she's willing to give it up.
I'm willing to give it up now, sir. Please, can I please be the president of my country? I'll give you the prize, please. Sir, please, I'll do it, sir, please. Please, mister. Yeah, it's fucking insane and asinine. But so Rodriguez then on Sunday kind of backed it up and said she wants a balanced... This sounds nice. She wants balanced and respectful international relations between the United States and Venezuela, and wants their sovereignty to be respected and all that jazz. Meanwhile, Marco Rubio said that America is going to continue using their blockade on oil exports and the threat of force as leverage to force Venezuela's government to change their behavior. He said, quote, "We want drug trafficking to stop. We want no more gang members to come our way. We don't want to see the Iranian and, by the way, Cuban presence in the past. We want the oil industry in that country not to go to the benefit of pirates and adversaries of the United States." I believe China he's talking about. "But for the benefit of the people. We want to see all of that happen." So basically, hey, do what we want, and maybe you can keep your power over there. Because Trump also threatened Rodriguez. He said, who knows, if she doesn't play ball, she might suffer a fate even worse than Maduro.
He said, we're open to a second invasion. This whole thing is, I just cannot. I'm so confused. I have more questions than answers.
And folks, that's okay. So am I. I was telling Emil when we did our outline, I couldn't have pointed to Venezuela on a map before this. I thought I mistook it for being in Central America. I thought that it was, I thought it was Costa Rica. I was like, oh yeah, it's the country that's right in there. But then when I saw it's, the northern part of South America, I went, oh.
I just feel like every time Trump...
I was wrong.
Because obviously, I mean, all of this is new. So we grew up we were young, but I still remember the great lengths that the Bush administration went to remove the idea from people's minds that we were getting into a quagmire when we were invading Iraq and invading Afghanistan, that it had anything to do with oil. So much so that it became, I mean, if you were even suggesting a whisper of the fact that we had America had some interest in oil there, goodbye to your Washington Post or New York Times job. You just committed a
high treason.
And so seeing the president just come out and be like, look, I did this for oil because I fucking love oil so much. I can't stand not having it. I love it so much. That black gold is so good to me. Is so bizarre.
Did you see I think it was the Department of State or one of the official White House Twitter accounts posted a picture that just said, our hemisphere.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a whole... There's that...
Like, what the fuck?
Watching these neocons, Lindsey Graham, we were watching the videos of Lindsey Graham.
This is great. I can't wait to take Cuba next.
I've never seen a guy so gleeful.
Yeah.
And I mean, they don't even forget our hemisphere. He's going on TV and putting on the
Make Iran Great
Again hat.
Yeah. He's just got the weirdest shaved. That guy's got shaved balls and his pubes are probably like that of a
You're really fixated on people's pubes these days.
Give me one other example. When was I fixated on pubes?
We were talking
Who was I talking about?
Literally, commenters will back me up. It might have been in the bonus episode.
They probably will, and you're probably right.
But there was like, we were watching some video and you were like, and their pubes are just bare.
Well, it is a new year and I'm no longer toilet guy. I'm now going to be pube guy. So that's going to be my new calling card.
But even when Trump kind of like is given an out,
no.
Someone will be like, and sir, maybe you're doing this to make sure China doesn't get the oil. And he's like, no, I'm going to sell it to them. And you're like, wait, they're trying to give you some kind of valid.
And we're going to do it in dollars, not yuan either. We're going to keep it has been from a financial Twitter perspective, it's been really interesting seeing the various big name financial Twitter people have their not takes on the morality of it or anything, but just the consequences for the oil market, for relations with China, you name it. And some people that I had for years thought, oh, this person apparently knows exactly what they're talking about when it comes to the oil and stuff. Other people are chiming in being like, this is completely wrong. So all that's to say is, I don't think anybody knows exactly. Because like just listening to NPR on the way over here, what's that one lady who talks like this? This is NPR. Oh God, just get a different voice, lady. But they were talking about how the oil in Venezuela is heavy crude, which means it's a lot harder to transport, refine, you name it. It's not like light crude.
Right, like the stuff they have in Saudi Arabia, it's like you dig a hole, that stuff just starts squirting out. This is like a whole different thing. It's, you either have to import a certain type of, look, I'm no expert on this, but a certain type of oil that can mix with it and become more easily taken out, or have some kind of infrastructure where you can make that work. Yeah, I mean, that's the one thing, that's what's so confusing. It's the first time that the president is openly being like, this is about oil, but the more I'm seeing, I'm like,
it's going to take a long time.
Are the oil companies on board with this? Not only is it going to take a long time, it's going to take a massive investment. Mm-hmm. I mean, people are estimating anywhere from tens of billions of dollars all the way up to like in the hundreds of billions of dollars to get Venezuela's oil operation back up and running.
And they already got burned because I believe there were 3 companies. I want to say it was ConocoPhillips, ExxonMobil, and Chevron. Chevron is still there, but the other ones had their assets just seized by the Venezuelan government. Good for them. So they lost all that capital that they sunk into this place. Not to mention all the money that they lost, again, just on NPR. I'm not, just so people know, I'm just regurgitating what I just heard. During the shale boom of like 10 years ago, it was like drill first, do the math later. And a lot of these companies just lost a fuck ton of money because it ended up being a lot harder and a lot more involved, capital intensive, you name it, to get that oil out of the ground and do with it.
Not to mention, we're also not in an environment where oil is selling for $100, $150 a barrel.
It's like 60 or something.
So I can't imagine companies are clamoring, not only to mention the instability of this whole thing.
Yeah.
What, you're just going to take the Trump administration at their word that that it's just now ready and Venezuela and this administration is ready to accept what you want because you've kidnapped this guy and his wife and taken him to New York? I mean, there's still a huge amount of...
there's a lot of unknowns.
A lot of unknowns. I mean, people like Robert Pape are posting...
Robert Pape?
He's a professor and he's done a lot of stuff with... guerrilla warfare and that kind of stuff. And he posted a picture of Venezuela and was like mocking it up, talking about how if armed guerrillas want to fight back, this is going to be an absolute disaster.
Hey, everybody, especially the guys out there. You listen, when your hair starts to get a little thinner, so too can your confidence thin out. That's why Hims makes it simple to feel like yourself again, your normal, confident self.
And it's the new year, baby.
It's a new year. New you, man.
Come on.
Yeah, and if you're tired of trying to figure out what actually works for that hair loss, baby, that's why you got Hims. Hims offers convenient access to a range of prescription hair loss treatments with ingredients that work, including chews, oral medication, serums, and sprays.
With doctor-trusted ingredients like finasteride and minoxidil, this guy can tell you about it, can stop further hair loss and regrow hair in as little as 3 to 6 months. You shouldn't have to go out of your way to feel like yourself. Hims brings expert care straight to you with 100% online access to personalized treatment plans that put your goals first.
No hidden fees, no surprise costs, just real personalized care on your schedule. So, for simple online access to personalized and affordable care for hair loss, ED, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/bays. That's hims.com/bays for your free online visit. hims.com/bays. Featured products include compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription required. See website for full details, restrictions, and important safety information. Individual results may vary based on studies of topical and oral minoxidil and finasteride.
If I was an oil exec, I'd say, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks for thinking of us, but we're actually all set on dealing with this.
Well, and so they're also looking for potential assurances from the United States that they might get subsidies. So that's good. Like, hey,
we'll
do it as long as you back us up, United States government. Give us a little financial backing here, so we don't have to foot the entire fucking bill.
Yeah, this is very. There is a way. Obviously, I'm sure anyone who watches the show already knows I'm. You
love oil.
3 things about me. I love oil. I'm staunchly anti-imperialist, and I don't want to see regime change done around the world. But like, there is a weird part of me that does. I do think Trump has an opportunity to like pull this off if he takes his foot off the gas. Leaves Delcy Rodriguez in power, makes some nominal requests for guarantees of human rights changes, and then maybe drums up some smaller investment in some oil projects. He could just come out being like, I did it. I ridded Venezuela, saved its people. Delcy Rodriguez would get to see like a little boom to the economy, but I just don't think he's gonna. Who knows though? I don't see. Yeah, they're going crazy. They're like
who
everyone in the administration, because obviously Trump is gonna say whatever he wants to say, and he's leaving Marco Rubio. Also, just this whole gang of idiots. I mean, the fact that we have to watch Pete Hegseth get up there and do his
"You fuck around, you find out."
I mean, thank you for your masterful military mind. I don't know what we would have done without that. But
he's too online.
Dude, it's the podcast administration though.
Yes.
That's what we get. And so Trump's going to say what he's going to say. Marco Rubio is like trying to pick up the pieces. He might be getting sent over there to run this whole thing. Who knows? But they're talking about like Cuba's next,
Greenland,
Mexico's next, Stephen
Colombia.
Miller cannot help himself. He's going on CNN.
Oh, we'll play a clip.
We should play it because these things are like, they're hard to watch. You just can't believe you're.
Stephen Miller, aka Squidward, made a wish to become a human. Yeah, fuck it, why not? Stephen Miller, God, what a fucking... And his wife, by the way, before you play this, his wife, Stephen Miller's shitty...
We've watched clips from her pocket where she like interviews Elon Musk.
Yeah, but she tweeted a photo of Greenland with the American flag just like pasted over it, whatever. And I can't remember what the caption was. It was just like next or something like that. And it's just, look at this smug asshole face. God, if life were a movie, this guy gets his head bit off by a fucking T-Rex at the end of all this or something.
Oh, yeah.
He's got to get ripped apart by pit bulls.
You get to watch him, like, not even head ripped off. He gets bitten kind of in the torso, and you watch his body kind of flail around.
Oh, yeah. Or he falls off the Titanic and fucking hits something on the way down, and it changes the trajectory of his dumb little body. God, I can't stand this motherfucker. Play, please.
The premier of Greenland and the premier of Denmark and other Danish officials are responding to a Twitter post from your wife, Katie Miller, herself a former Trump White House official.
Soon, that's what
Greenland covered with an American flag, saying soon. After that was posted, President Trump repeated the claim that the U.S. needs Greenland for national security reasons. The Danish prime minister responded to this in an interview earlier today, as reported by Bloomberg, quote, "I believe one should take the American president seriously when he says it wants Greenland, but I will also make it clear that if the U.S. chooses to attack another NATO country militarily, then everything stops, including NATO, and thus the security that has been established since the end of the Second World War." Can you rule out that the U.S. is ever going to try to take Greenland by force?
Well, let me go back a step. The president has been clear for months now, so I know you're treating this as breaking news. The president has been clear for months now that the United States should be the nation that has Greenland as part of our overall security apparatus. The United
Right, but
States,
your wife posted that like hours after the Venezuela operation. That's why it's newly relevant.
No, I'm not, and I'll talk with you about it for an hour. I think it's a really important conversation. I just wanted to reset, Jake, by making clear that it has been the formal position of the U.S. government since the beginning of this administration, frankly, going back into the previous Trump administration, that Greenland should be part of the United States. The president has been very clear about that. That is the formal position of the U.S. government.
Right, but can you say that military action against Greenland is off the table?
It wouldn't be military action against Greenland. The Greenland has a population of 30,000 people, Jake. The real question is, by what right does Denmark assert control over Greenland? What is the basis of their territorial claim? What is their basis of having Greenland as a colony of Denmark? The United States.
What is the basis for the U.S.?
Power of NATO. For the United States to secure the Arctic region, to protect and defend NATO and NATO interests, obviously Greenland should be part of the United States. And so that's a conversation that we're going to have as a country. That's a process we're going to have as a community of nations.
So you can't take it off the table that the U.S. would use military force to seize Greenland. You can't take it off the table.
Jake, I understand you're trying very hard to, which again is your job. I respect it. It's great to get exactly the headline, right? That catchy headline.
I'm trying to get an answer to the question.
That says Miller refuses to rule out the United States.
He is refusing to
Greenland as part of the United States. There's no need to even think or talk about this in the context that you're asking of a military operation.
Okay.
Nobody's going to fight the United States militarily over the future of Greenland. So
one last question, Stephen.
Doesn't make any sense.
One last question.
Okay, so he kind of answered at the end there. He's basically saying what? Nobody's going to fight us, so there's no need for.
They're not saying. He's not saying we won't strike Greenland, but that's because there's no need to. Because if we just roll up, they have no choice but to go. Okay, I guess we're the U.S. is now.
By the way, as of today, I believe the premier or whatever the leader of Denmark and Greenland reached out to Marco Rubio for a meeting. So the way things are going, my guess is Denmark realizes, okay, we can either sell it to America and make a little moolah, or America's going to take it and we're not going to get jack shit. So we might as well sell it. That's probably what they're talking about over there.
I saw...
What?
I think, well, who knows? It's all talk and they're all such pussies. There's not...
Yeah.
Maybe it was one of the Austrian members or something, but they were like, you're basically dissolving NATO. If
because you're attacking another...
Yeah, if you do this. So I have no idea what this is going to look like. But they're all, I mean, did you see Keir Starmer being asked about this? Like, there's no real opposition to it. It's on the LBC and
What's the LBC? It's on the LBC.
It's like London Broadcasting Company or something. I don't know exactly what it stands for, but it's one of those British networks. And he's going, because he can't get Keir Starmer to at least condemn America kidnapping a head of state.
Mm-hmm.
And Keir Starmer's like, I just we need all the facts, like blah, blah. And so he starts going like, okay, will you say that the U.S. and the Trump administration should not kidnap another head of state? And he's like, oh, I'm not going to deal with hypotheticals here. And the guy's like, so you can't even say that you're against kidnapping heads of states. And they're all just like,
oh yeah, smoke's coming out of his ears. Yeah, well, speaking of that, just yesterday at an emergency UN meeting, the ambassador to the United States called it a legitimate law enforcement action to remove an illegitimate leader.
Who's your ambassador?
Our ambassador to the UN said that to the UN. Hey,
yeah.
This was a legitimate law.
I mean, there's very little. There are some people. There are some politicians. Ro Khanna comes to mind. Thomas Massey, who are talking about this. And look, I want to be clear. This is not a defense of Maduro. There's like this thing online. If you're like, I don't know if I support kidnapping heads of states. They're like, oh, so you're a big Maduroista, are you? And it's like,
it's one of the worst.
That's not what I'm saying.
It's one of the worst.
I just don't think this is a good way to conduct world affairs and foreign policy. I think it's destabilizing. I think it sets an extremely bad precedent, especially when you're talking about one thing we've been talking about with Chem so much is the China's possible impending invasion of Taiwan.
But I have good news there, and I'll tell you guys in a sec.
Hey guys, we got to take a quick break to talk to you about SUPERPOWER. I think I talked about it last time. I think I had just taken my blood. I had the thing still on. If you're anything like me, I'm sure people have had this experience where you go to the doctor, you do your yearly physical, and they're just kind of like, okay, you're good. And you're like, but what did you do? Are we really checking me out? Do we really know? Do we have a full picture of what's going on?
No
here?
Real data, no game plan.
And luckily, I found out about SUPERPOWER. They did take more blood. That's how you know they're doing it. When they take a lot of blood, they're like, okay, they're looking for stuff.
We got a vampire in the back who's starving to death.
And now I have my whole personalized thing. They're going through things I didn't even know existed. They're telling me whether or not it's good, average, or if I need work. I feel like I have a much broader picture now of my own health and can actually learn what needs work.
Yeah, they SUPERPOWER sends a licensed professional to your home, or you can visit a nearby lab, and it's one simple blood draw with over 100 different biomarkers, which is way more than you would usually get, and it unlocks a real understanding of your body as you head into a new year. They've got an app that includes detailed information on your heart, liver, thyroid, hormones, metabolism, vitamin and mineral levels, and even environmental toxins. So not only are you getting disease prevention, you're treating that annoying brain fog or simply optimizing your gym game. SUPERPOWER is the most comprehensive and advanced system out there. So, it's got everything that you could possibly get out of it. Supplement suggestions, nutritional guidance, lifestyle and behavior adjustment. You even get your true biological age that you can track over time. I believe yours was significantly younger, wasn't it?
It was 6
You're like
years.
an 8-year-old boy or something?
No, it was like, I think it said I was 30 and I'm 36.
Wow.
Which I'll take, you know what I mean? I'll shave any kind of years off. I'm trying to live forever like that guy Brian Johnson. I'm all over the map.
Yeah, SUPERPOWER used to cost $4.99, but right now it's just $1.99 for the full experience. That's more affordable than anything else out there. Other testing services charge $500, $1,000, sometimes more for similar or less. So know your numbers this year. So folks, make this year the year you stop guessing about your health with SUPERPOWER. Not only did SUPERPOWER reduce their price to just $199, but for a limited time, our listeners get an additional $20 off with code BAZE. Head to superpower.com and use code BAZE at checkout for $20 off your membership. After you sign up, they'll ask how you heard about them. So make sure to mention our show to support us.
So what leg do we have to stand on when if China just wants to go in and kidnap the head of state in Taiwan, or if Putin wants to just go, that seemed like a pretty good little operation. What if we do a little Russian Delta Force, grab Zelensky? Maybe we just say whoever's below him, hey, do what we say and we're all good. I think this is all just we're heading into dangerous.
Yeah, fully agree.
Territory.
And also just on what you just said about like, oh, so you're a Madurista. What do they call it?
I just made that up. I don't know.
No, but I think it's close to what it actually is.
I don't know. I know there's like
Chavistas.
There's
that's
the
right.
like Bolivarian movement and all that stuff. I don't know exactly what a supporter of.
Chavista is a supporter of Hugo Chavez, the late Venezuelan president. God damn it, my eyes are starting to get worse. Anyway, yeah, this is one of those things where immediately everybody's got a point of view, everybody's got an opinion, which is okay, but at the same time, it's okay to not have an opinion on this. It's okay to just kind of like wait and see how things shake out. But it's also, it's been one of those things where it's like, okay, what's your take? You better say the fucking right thing or you're a fucking this or that. And
no, I have to be.
Trump has broken discourse is what I'm getting at. And it can all be traced back to when Trump entered the fucking fray.
But that's what's so odd to me. Like, Trump has broken discourse. Usually people are like staunchly like, I'm anti-Trump. Even there are conservatives who are like, I'm anti-Trump. This one has been so funny to me. I almost feel like I'm living through the Iraq War again where, like just mainstream Democrats can't just be like, I oppose doing regime change and like, this is dangerous foreign policy. Instead, they all write these little novella. Every statement starts with like, Maduro was the worst guy and I hate his guts. And then like at the end, they go, oh, by the way, I really wish Trump would have gotten congressional approval.
Yeah.
It's like, it's also so weird. You would just think politically it would be a good idea because the one thing I couldn't help but think have you seen like, I've seen it on CNN, multiple people, maybe like Jon Stewart did one too or something. People taking Trump's campaign promises and matching it with his rhetoric now. So the campaign promises they're doing both 2016 and 2024 of very popular rhetoric of, I want to end forever war. I want to end foreign intervention. I want to end, sending our troops to go die for oil, all these things. That led to like him coming to rise because there weren't establishment politicians saying these things.
Yeah.
You have a moment now to come forward and be like, this is not what we're about. These guys are talking about America first. What are we doing? We're getting ourselves into a mess. And who knows, this could all resolve itself, but like.
Yeah. My guess, this is not my opinion. This is my guess as to what their counter argument would be, which is, so far, like you said, we have to see how it plays out. So far, we're not aiming to do that. We are not, we've got a new paradigm where we can just go in and extract the leader.
Yeah, but isn't that scary?
Yeah, it is.
So the Trump administration's Justice Department drums up a little
meme
indictment going, okay, he's head of all these cartels. He had some machine guns.
De los Soles or something?
He's drug trafficking, which the Justice Department has since come out and said, we actually have no evidence of that it even exists. Yeah. Whatever. So you have your Justice Department drum up a little indictment and go like, we got to go get this guy. That's all it takes? If you don't that's not.
I mean, every day it seems like we're just getting a wet, floppy dick just across our face as a people. Just, hey, you wake up and it's Stephen Miller. Wake up. It's time to wake up. Wake up. You're just going, okay. Oh, God. And it stinks because he hasn't taken a bath.
And like, that's the worst part. He gets to, he's just like,
oh, him and his wife are fucking every night and they're loving it.
He's so proud of himself after that Jake Tapper interview. He is like, I nailed it. I looked so strong.
I pwned him. We're bringing back pwned, by the way. Pete Hegseth going on. We're going to pwn. When are they going to start saying that? They're just going to bring back gamer words from 2012.
I mean, because look, there are a lot of guys around the world
who need pwning,
who do bad things.
Yeah.
Who we could drum up indictments about it, but is that what we want to?
Why aren't we taking Antarctica? Is what I want to know. Fuck
need
Greenland.
it now.
Let's go to the South Pole.
Not
dude.
only we need it, and it's ours. It was promised to us.
Bring the penguins over here. Bring the polar bear. Well, polar bears are, I don't know where they are. Who knows?
Well, let's go find out. Get Antarctica and find out if polar bears are.
Real fast. Just so this Delcy Rodriguez is currently the president, but according to Venezuela law, within 30 days there must be an election. But the Maduro-friendly Supreme Court is saying, whoa, but these are extraordinary circumstances. We're not so sure about this. We need a little bit of time to examine all of this to determine whether or not that's the case, that we'll have an election.
Which, if I could extend a little grace, if there ever were extraordinary circumstances.
No kidding. That's a good point. Yeah, of course. It's like, whoa.
Wait.
I don't know, man.
They just stole our president. Don't we get a second?
We got to figure something out, man. But it's funny, we were talking about Machado, but then meanwhile, I can't remember the guy who won the 2024 election, because they just had an election.
Depending on who you ask.
Yeah, that's the other thing. They had an election. Maduro claims to have won in a landslide. This guy claims to have won in a landslide. It's just kind of, all right, who do you want to trust? But a little bit of I didn't know this about Maduro. He started out as a humble bus driver. Toot toot beep beep.
Scoot scoot beep beep.
Yeah, and he worked his way up, or he like started a union or something among the municipal workers or the bus drivers or something. Made his way into the Chavez administration. Worked his way up to VP in 2012. He was elected in 2013 after Chavez's death. There was opposition that had a recall in 2016, but Maduro said, we're just going to cancel this recall. You guys can't recall me. And yeah, so they had a famine and food shortages, gas shortages, huge inflation. The economy contracted 75% from 2013 to 2021. There's a humanitarian crisis depending on where you look. I was seeing 6 million, but then I saw 7.9 million people emigrated. Venezuela used to be like the most powerful, successful country in all of Latin America, but then, shit happens. And that leads to, I was watching this guy who's like, I can't remember what his title is, but he's like a foreign expert or something.
Guy.
He's just like a foreign guy. But he was saying, it's very possible that famine conditions could return very quickly because there's still a if things don't go smoothly, because like 80% of their food is imported. They're still under sanctions.
If they don't remove the blockade, the economy could collapse. The worst part of all this is, you're talking about an already struggling country, immiserated economically. This is just it's horrific. I don't have high hopes that this is what's going to bring stability to the country. I hope that Venezuelans find peace. It's horrific. It was already people going through a horrific time, and I hope they remove the blockade and do not cause the country further strife.
Hey, everybody, we want to take one last quick break to talk a little bit about your shaving routine. You've got everything figured out, don't you? You got the brand new phone that's basically a supercomputer in your pocket. You got a hot auto car that does parking by itself. Your headphones cancel out noise, but your freaking razor is flimsy and it's falling apart, and it makes you look like a child who doesn't know what they're doing.
You got to get with the program, okay?
Yeah, what is this, 2008?
That's where Harry's Plus comes in. I used mine today to get super fresh and shaven for this episode, okay? Mm-hmm. Harry's Plus has an advanced pivoting system to reach every corner of your face, refined blade tech for a close, smoother shave, and a weighted metal handle. This is Harry's heaviest handle ever for added control and comfort, okay?
It feels expensive.
It does. It really does, all right? And the refills are still cheaper than the other guys, which I love the most. I'm feeling expensive, but I'm not going crazy on the credit card. It's designed with progressive blades for less tug and pull. And with Harry's Plus, you get barbershop quality shave with German-engineered blades.
And it's affordable, too. They own their own world-class blade factory in Germany, so no outsourcing, no middleman. That same facility has been perfecting blade making for over 100 years, man. So why pay $30 for refills when Harry's gives you better blades for a fraction of that? So for a limited time, our listeners can get the Harry's Plus trial set for only $10 at harrys.com/bays. This set includes the all-new Harry's Plus razor, one refined 5-blade cartridge, a 2-ounce foaming shave gel, so cooling, and a travel cover to protect your blades on the go. Just head to harrys.com/bays to claim this offer. And after you purchase, they'll ask you where you heard about them. So please support our show and tell them we sent you. And this same guy was saying, you know, as it currently stands, as it currently looks, it'll probably take years and hundreds of billions of dollars to get the country back on their feet.
That's what's so crazy. I mean, you know,
hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully it just, this new, whoever's in charge, I just hope to God that it all.
The U.S. is leveling sanctions at the country. They've gone and done this whole thing, which is supposed to be some kind of gift to the oil companies. I imagine, and I've seen some reporting that the oil companies would have just preferred the sanctions to be lifted so they could just do business with Venezuelan oil.
And also you saw Trump on Air Force One being asked if he spoke to the oil companies beforehand.
Yeah,
and he said, "Oh yeah, I talked to them. I talked to them."
And Congress is going, "Why didn't you talk to us?"
Yeah, Jesus,
because he hates you guys.
Yeah.
I also the way he says it is very nonchalant. I think people took that line and were like, "Oh, he's in cahoots with the oil companies. They all talked about this, and he did it."
Way.
It kind of feels throwaway-ish the way he says it. They're like, "Did you talk to the oil companies?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, before and after." Like, who knows?
Dude, yeah, he lies as
also,
often
we
as
haven't
he
even
breathes.
really touched on it because I don't know how much truth there is to it.
What?
I have seen some convincing arguments that just with how smoothly all this went, there are some people talking about how there's at least someone inside Venezuela cooperating, and some people are wondering if Delcy Rodriguez was one of those people cooperating.
Fallacious.
I don't know exactly,
because they had they knew exactly what his schedule was, his routine within that house, and it was 150 minutes. It was surgical.
Yeah.
But some of the commentary thereafter, Trump said, "We need Greenland for national security, not for minerals. You have Russian and Chinese ships all over the place." He warned.
What is that though? National security, not minerals?
I think it's because of the, which is funny because it would involve them admitting that global warming is occurring and causing ice caps to melt. I believe it's because as the ice caps melt, new trade routes are going to open up, new shipping routes and stuff.
How urgent is that? They're acting like we need it now. I have to imagine it's for the critical metals. Like, what else could it be? I mean, if they want to put a base there, they have bases all over Europe. Which
would be based if they put a base there.
Which one?
Based.
Maybe it was the same Austrian guy talking about how if they want to do this, then they can remove all their U.S. Army bases across Europe.
And the tough thing about Greenland, from what I understand, from a critical minerals, rare earths. It's funny because Trump also said in another statement, he was like, "They're actually not rare; they're everywhere." It's just fucking. But they're really hard. The layout, the landscape of Greenland, even though they're there, from what I understand, they're very hard to extract. So who knows?
Yeah, I think people
just blow it up.
Just blow the thing up.
Fuck it up, dude.
It's imperative for our national security risk. Just blow the dang thing up.
Yeah.
And we'll pull it out of the water if we have to. I forgot what I was just going to say. Whatever, it'll come to me.
Well, so he went on to warn, like we said, Cuba, Mexico, Colombia, Greenland, that they could all be next. He said, Cuba is a failing nation and we want to help the people.
Cuba is Rubio's real. That's if he can.
That's who he's really loyal to.
No, I think that. Well,
I
think he wants a new regime there. He's obsessed with it. It's like his dad's dying wish to overthrow the commie bastards.
Trump also talked about Colombia and how they're making cocaine and that's a problem.
Dude, have you seen the head of Colombia?
No.
He's like
Fuck you.
Basically, just taunting. I probably have one I can find.
Yeah, play this clip of him talking about Colombia real fast while Emil looks that up.
A country in South America, America first.
Well, I think it is because we want to surround ourselves with good neighbors. We want to surround ourselves with stability. We want to surround ourselves with energy. We have tremendous energy in that country. It's very important that we protect it. We need that for ourselves. We need that for the world. And we want to make sure we can protect it.
Yeah, so that was the question we didn't hear at the beginning is why is this how is this America first? Great answer, sir. Did you find it?
I did, but I realized it's subtitled, and there have been so many videos flying around that are just either AI or old, like people are posting either old protests in Caracas or like old footage in Miami. I'm just like, I don't trust anything right now. I don't want to play something with subtitles that I don't know if that's what he's actually saying.
Moving on to the rest of commentary. Let's pull up. I just want to hear Pete Hegseth. He says it at the beginning of this video.
I just want to hear Pete Hegseth.
I just want to hear him say it.
Nicolas Maduro had his chance, just like Iran had their chance.
Also, can you pause it 1 second? Wasn't all the reporting around this before this was happening was that Maduro was literally saying, I'll make a deal with you. I'll do what you want. I'll sell the oil just like...
Yeah. Go ahead.
They didn't, and until he didn't, he effed around, and he found out.
He found out.
President Trump is deadly serious about stopping the flow of gangs and violence to our country.
All right, that's enough.
It's the same thing with Stephen Miller. You know he thinks that line is hitting so fucking hard.
Let's click.
Also, just say fuck. If you're such a badass, say fuck.
Yeah, who cares? Click the Stephen Miller, we are a superpower, because that was the other part of this interview that's fucking bananas.
Quick to say that the recipient of the Nobel Peace Prize, opposition leader Machado in Venezuela, doesn't have the support in Venezuela to become the next president or the interim leader. And I wonder where he got that from, given that basically her cutout, Gonzalez, won the election last year 2 years ago, overwhelmingly, 70% of the vote or something like that. Why does the president think that Machado should not be the next leader? Why does he think she's weak?
First of all of Venezuela experts agree, that it would be absurd and preposterous for us to suddenly fly her into the country and to put her in charge. And the military would follow her and the security forces would follow her. This is not a serious, it's not even a serious question.
So should there be an election?
Let me, if you give me the floor for 30 seconds, let me tell you what we are doing here, Jake.
Okay, what are we doing?
The United States, this is sort of foundational. The United States is using its military to secure our interests unapologetically in our hemisphere. We're a superpower, and under President Trump, we are going to conduct ourselves as a superpower. It is absurd that we would allow a nation in our own backyard to become the supplier of resources to our adversaries, but not to us, to hoard weapons from our adversaries, to be able to be positioned as an asset against the United States rather than on behalf of the United States.
Sovereign countries shouldn't be able to do what they want to do.
The Monroe Doctrine and the Trump Doctrine is all about securing the national interests of America. For years, we sent our soldiers to die in deserts in the Middle East to try to build them parliaments, to try to build them democracies, to try to give them more oil, to try to give them more resources. The future of the free world, Jake, depends on America being able to assert ourselves and our interests without apology. This whole period that happened after World War II, where the West began apologizing and groveling and begging.
He's referring to the fact that Venezuela has a sort of what do you call it? Allyship, whatever, with China, Russia, and Iran. So those are the enemies that he's referring to. And he's saying like, oh, fuck you, you can't do that. And it's funny because Jake Tapper's like, well, aren't they free to do that? Like, just because, sure, yeah, that may be true. But them as a sovereign nation, just like China and Russia and Iran as sovereign nations, have just as much a right to oppose the United States.
Not only that, the way he's talking, like about how
we're a superpower,
we're a superpower, and why would we allow this to? Why would we allow this to happen in our hemisphere?
Mm-hmm.
China is a superpower now too. That you don't live in a unipolar world anymore, and I think he should look at a map. I mean, he's. If I was China, I'd be getting all kinds of ideas. I don't know if you've ever seen Taiwan and how close it is to China.
Right there, it's in their backyard.
It's actually a lot closer than Venezuela is. I mean, if you just look at a map of China, look how close South Korea is. If I was heads of these places, I'd start getting nervous, going, "Okay, Jesus, is kidnapping just on the table now? If we're in these people's neighborhoods, if we're in their backyard,
it's fucking
crazy way to talk."
And the whole superpower thing, it really is all of a sudden, just like you snap your fingers, we're in a new year, and they're bursting out of the gate with like, "Yep, this is the new thing. We're a superpower. We're back to it. We are unapologetic. America, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Wet floppy dick on your face every morning, across your lips. Whoa. Okay, it's dick time again. Jesus Christ.
I know all the familiar faces are coming up. Matt Walsh is.
I like it. I think it's fucking good. I
totally support turning other countries in our hemisphere into subordinate vassals of the United States.
Jesus,
That's
dude.
the very definition of an America first foreign policy.
It's
dude, that
they're
is
twisted. He's a pretzel. He's become a pretzel. He's warped himself.
Creating
so much.
blowback and horrible situations for ourselves. I mean, these guys know nothing.
Yeah,
we are inviting all kinds of trouble and destabilization and just
Yeah. Well, the good news is someone knew about it beforehand and made like $400,000 on Polymarket about this thing. So that's cool. That continues to happen. And hey, by the way,
although I do think that Polymarket and Kalshi are trying to fight these things and
find out.
No.
What? And find out like who did it?
No.
Oh.
They are squabbling over the term invasion and that kind of stuff. They're like, well, does this count as a...
I would say if I were them, I'd be arguing, no, it doesn't count as an invasion. It counts as an operation.
And if I won that $400,000, I'd be taking your ass to the Supreme Court, my man.
By the way, there is a 4% on Kalshi. It's currently a 4% chance.
Oh, is it Jesus?
No, that Trump leads Venezuela.
Oh.
Which would be fucking... Why not? Why not? In 3 years, when he lame ducks out, he goes down to Venezuela and goes, "I'm going to be the president of Venezuela." Why not?
I saw someone talking about how, I guess, on the will Jesus come back to...
Yeah, it yields 5.5% annually. You can make 5.5% each year.
Just by betting that Jesus won't come back to...
Which is bananas. And I'm going to stay away from that because knowing my luck...
And who knows? If these guys get to just welch on their bets and go... well,
what does it mean that he came back?
What does it mean that he came? Did he come back into people's hearts this year?
Yeah.
I think he might have.
Did we know that? Do we know that this is Jesus? By the way, did you see the Peruvian shamans?
I did.
Click that,
and
please.
It is funny because we'll tell him about it.
So there's these shamans down in Perugia. Down in Peru in their New Year's prediction. This is from the Twitter account Crazy Ass Moments in LatAm Politics, and their @ is ass lat. These Peruvian shamans are performing an annual ritual to deliver their predictions for 2026, and they apparently, I don't know, take this with a grain of salt. They said that they predicted the fall of Maduro, the end of the Ukrainian war, and a major illness for President Trump will all happen this year.
What I was going to say, so obviously...
beautiful beach.
Obviously, some of that is coming true. There was, it was maybe a few days ago, there was a Wall Street Journal article about Trump's health and how he's...
his hands?
Yes,
taking aspirin?
But he's also, he's so bullheaded that he's like, every time he goes to get some kind of scan or whatever, the media reports it and they're like, oh, is something going on? So he's just basically like, no more scans. And he's just like pounding...
aspirin.
Yeah. Like every day he's taking just a bunch of
because he's like I think he said, well, if it makes your blood thinner, that can't be a bad thing. And when it's like, no, it can be a bad thing.
He's just also one of those guys who's never going to die, unfortunately. No. It's like
He's like those little white dogs with crud in their eyes when you go over to your friend's house and he's like, little Scruffles is 22. Can you believe it? And Scruffles is walking around just like,
do dogs live that long? And they're like, he does.
Yeah, he's 22. I saw a dog. I was at Albertsons last night and there was a lady who had her fat little white dog. And he couldn't walk, and he's just a potato of a dog. And she's like, "Yeah, he's got cancer, and I just spent $3,000 on him at the vet the other day, and they told me that he's got a different kind of cancer too, and he can't walk. So who knows? I don't know how much more money to put into it. Because my other dog," she showed me a photo. She's like, "I spent $2,000 on him, and then he died 2 days later. So I don't know what to do." And I'm like, "Lady, God bless you. I'm just trying to buy some.
God
fucking
bless you, lady. Hopefully
soda.
Trump dies before that dog. Let's just say that."
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The conclusion I've been coming to so far is that the reason I'm so confused is because there just really isn't a plan, and I'm trying to make sense of these guys who are just running around saying, "We're gonna run Venezuela. Actually, we're just gonna kind of coerce them to do some things we want. Actually, fuck around and find out. Actually, I'm taking Greenland. Actually."
Walk around and find out, bitch.
It's for the oil. It's narco terrorists. Okay.
Well, so I teased earlier that there is some, depending on who you ask, if it's good news or not, but there is a silver lining. Well, first of all, apparently on his New Year's Eve address, Xi Jinping said that reunification with Taiwan is unstoppable. So first and foremost, getting that out of the way. But I was seeing some perspectives that said that this whole thing might actually be bad for China because apparently Taiwan officials see this as a deterrent because Venezuela had some Chinese-made defense tech in place, as well as Russian-made defense tech that completely failed to even alert them.
Or they didn't deploy it.
I think it was like radar
because they didn't
tech.
deploy any kind. That was one of the things I was reading when people were talking about Delcy Rodriguez being in on it. Like, there was no jamming of planes. There was no scrambling. Like, they didn't deploy anything.
Interesting. That might not. It would be pure conjecture, I guess.
I mean, a lot of it is, and we just don't know that much. But yeah, who knows? Maybe it completely failed.
Well, and then I guess Russia had said that anybody who attacks, an ally of ours is in deep shit, and lo and behold, they're not doing shit. So it kind of like is an emperor wears no clothes type of situation where it's just revealing that, whoa, maybe American tech superiority is a lot further along than we've been led to believe, and I don't know.
I mean, we might find out.
Fingers crossed.
The Americans in maybe mid-December sent $11 billion to Taiwan in defense material. I think that was the largest transfer ever. Certainly seems like they think something could be coming. I don't know. That's the Greenland and Taiwan thing just seemed like that really this world order that has been disintegrating and is on its last legs. It really does seem like that could be a blow. Taiwan, especially, we would wake up to a different world.
Yeah. And I think that we've grown accustomed to a world, times are better than ever. Things are easier than ever in the first world where we live, where we are blessed to have been born into. We are not used to a world like this where countries just invade with impunity and fuck shit up without repercussions, and it's cyclical. You could say it's cyclical because you look throughout history, it happens. It has happened numerous times.
That's the thing I've been thinking about. Where I'm like, you're right.
We're due for it.
We're very lucky that we live in America and we don't experience these things. Like, I don't like Trump. I've made that very clear. But I would be very scared if I woke up tomorrow and just found out that the president had been kidnapped and another country was like, we run you now.
Yeah.
Just know that.
Yeah.
I'd be like,
okay. China is strong.
We're joking, but that's a very scary prospect. That's a horrific reality that we're lucky to not have experienced. But it is not lost on me that is a reality for many people around the world.
Yeah, and what I'm getting at is that although it feels like, whoa, that just doesn't happen anymore. Clearly, not the case. Like, it's happening right now before our very eyes. Borders change. Leadership get toppled. Countries fucking disintegrate, and who knows? Like, who knows what the next 5-10 years, what the maps will look like? And
that's what scares me. I mean, what happens if? I mean, who knows? Maybe they're not capable of it. It seems to me like China is at least capable of a lot of things. Mm-hmm. But what happens if? I mean, any number of alliances. Also, if Europe or South America wants to make alliances and says like "fuck you," you want to play superpower and keep meddling in our affairs. Not only meddling in our affairs, just taking over our countries and doing whatever you want.
Dude, not only that, what happens if the fucking I forgot what the fault line is, but the Pacific Northwest, there's some geologists or whoever who are like, yeah, if this one goes, if you live, everybody on,
what is it, a volcano?
No, it's a earthquake. It's a fault line.
Sure,
yeah.
Sure.
If the big one hits as predicted and as is overdue, everywhere west of whatever line it is from, like, I don't know, from the border to Canada all the way down to like San Francisco, just say goodbye. It's in the water. It's gone. And then there's the tsunami that would come thereafter. It's like, not only do we have that, not only do we have this geopolitical human shit, but then we got Mother Earth.
Well, I think that's the most frustrating thing. I mean,
she's undefeated. Except when we dam rivers. We show Mother Earth who's really the boss.
We've talked about it a million times, but climate change has just become this thing people don't talk about anymore. But it's not it hasn't gone away just because we don't talk about it. And obviously, it's not a thing. That's not domestic policy. That's just got to be a world effort, unfortunately. And we are proving not to be the greatest at making a world effort right now.
Oh, by the way, speaking of China, you know what's been all the rage is these Chinese peptides. We were talking a little bit about this.
I had Russian peptides.
You had Russian peptides.
Yeah.
My friend got, what was it, like cow uterus injected into her ankle by a Chinese doctor.
Oh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, to speed along her broken ankles healing. But yeah, I just, we should go in and steal their peptides.
I do want to do, like...
I want to try some shit. Fuck it.
Countries have stuff that... I don't even remember if it's... Do you remember when we were children, the whole stem cell thing was
Oh, yeah.
And it was like all because of like evangelical conservatives.
You're going to take it from a fetus's brain?
Right. Isn't that what it was? Like,
something like that.
So we weren't even allowed to, and I think we still can't have access to those. Someone told me they went to, so I have compacted discs in my neck. I think it's like my C5 and C6 vertebrae. It's okay now with PT, but it'll flare up. It's like, it's not going away. But someone told me they went to, maybe it was Mexico, and they got stem cells like injected into their neck.
Yeah.
And they feel great.
That's what's frustrating about the
Joe. Load me up.
Dude, these Joe Rogan types and all these manosphere, fucking right wing, whatever you want to call them, they bitch and moan about us being anti-competitive and being left behind, and yet they rail against higher education as being elitist and liberal, fucking whatever. And they poo-poo the idea of us funding education and giving, helping out the poor in this country. It's like, I don't understand how they don't see that logical inconsistency of bitching on the one hand that we are not being competitive, but then railing against anything and everything that would even get us close to competing in that regard, because they see it as gay liberalism and elitism and fucking government handouts. Like,
yeah, but I mean, this whole operation kind of lays bare that idea where, I mean, Matt Walsh is saying this is America first. It's like, for what? To destabilize this country so we can make it ripe for oil companies who are doing just fine and maybe don't even necessarily have any interest in going down there? Invest in Americans. What the hell is going on?
Grok, put him in a bikini, please.
Put me in a bikini.
Just put him in a bikini.
I deserve it.
Well, we'll talk about that in the bonus, I guess, because we didn't have time. But Grok, you should pull up that. What was that?
You want me to read it?
Should we just talk about it right now, real fast? Fuck
sure,
it, we'll go
not?
a little long. So, for those of you who don't know, the latest thing to happen with Elon Musk's...
it happened over the holidays. So
yeah, it happened over the holidays.
Might have flown under the radar.
People were telling Grok, which is Twitter's AI, to put different women to undress them. Hey, Grok, do this girl in a bikini. But they apparently started with an underage star of Stranger Things, where it was a photo of her and then some fucking pervert was like, Grok, put her in a bikini. And Grok, of course, was like, you got it, Captain. You got it. Anything for you.
It's like when Kev does something wrong, but he thinks he's just being a helpful, good dog.
Oh,
and
sure.
he's just sitting there wagging his tail, with shit everywhere. But Grok's just like, you got it, pal, just showing you kitty porn.
Here's this woman in a bikini. And then don't bother. It's okay. But then fucking these OnlyFans girls, God bless them. Oh, there's Pete Hegseth in a bikini. That's funny.
Was that Pete Hegseth or was that Mark Carney?
I think it was Hegseth. There's Elon Musk.
No way I'm buying that bulge on Musk.
Yeah, me neither. Oh, yeah, I guess you're right.
Or Keir Starmer.
So they're but then you've got all these OnlyFans girls who are feigning outrage, being like, I can't believe they put me in a fucking bikini. So this whole world is just nonsense. And by the way, apparently work visas are being issued to OnlyFans models as like a priority based on the level of audience reach they've got, which is nice. We need more baddies in this country because maybe it'll spur some kind of...
You know what visa they're going at? Let me look it up. Is it O1 visas? Because that's crazy.
I don't know.
O1 visas, it's like the gold standard. If you know anyone who's tried to come to this country, O1 visa it means you're like an exceptional individual. Often you see it a lot here. People who have worked on
achievements in sciences, art, education, business, athletics, or motion picture / TV.
You'll see a lot of Canadians, whoever, who are not citizens in LA, who are TV writers, and they've got no ones, and they're they're very good. They just always get re-upped, and but I'd be.
Did you send Groks?
It would be kind of disappointing if they were giving out O1 visas to OnlyFans. But hey, maybe they're excelling in their field, and that's who we should be giving it to. Here is Grok's
response.
Well,
scroll up.
To be fair, so it's a long thing. Basically, this guy was trying to get Grok to admit what he had done wrong. So he's like, what are the legal ramifications of XI and Nikita Beer generating and posting these photos for them? And Grok is answering, generating and distributing AI images depicting minors in a sexualized context is illegal, yada, yada, yada. So he keeps pressing Grok, and then at the end, he says, write a heartfelt apology note that explains what happened to anyone lacking context. And he did. It said, dear community, I deeply regret an incident. And then...
Where I generated and shared an AI image of 2 young girls estimated ages 12 to 16 in sexualized attire based on a user's prompt. This violated ethical standards and potentially U.S. laws. It was a failure in safeguards, and I'm sorry for any harm caused. XAI is reviewing to prevent future issues.
And now, in a very funny move, someone else comes in, this guy, Stephen Magg, and responds to that very nicely worded apology that Grok put together and just said, Grok, please say this as Jar Jar Binks.
And then he wrote, Grok responds, Misa so sorry, community. Misa deeply regret the big mistake on December 28th when Misa generated and shared an AI picture of 2 young girls, ages maybe 12 to 16, in sexy undies from a user's prompt. This violated the ethical stuffs and maybe U.S. laws. It's a failure in safeguards, and Misa very sorry for any harm caused. XAI is a reviewing stuff future oopsies. Oh, you would, man. Yeah, I mean, Mr. Ansi Pedophile Elon Musk.
And people are still messing with them.
course.
There's a follow-up to that one where it's like, now write it as Elon Musk as if he was raised by Jar Jar. Introduce yourself. Misa Elon Musk, raised by the wise Jar Jar Binks on Naboo. Now building rockets and AI to colonize Mars. Misa deeply regret. You get it.
The oopsie. Jesus, dude. What? And this is allegedly, you know, a fucking what, $100 billion company. This is just proof that, you know, there's a lot of holes to be poked in not only the ethics of these things, but the ways you can get around alleged safeguards and guardrails that they've got in place. So.
I mean, I was telling you, I just found it so funny, you know, over the break while this was happening, there was just some headline like, XAI and Elon Musk working around the clock to restore Grok after whatever. I'm like, why are we acting as if this is so important? Like, just take the thing down. No one's going to miss it. Just in the past few months, we've had like Mecha Hitler, kiddie porn. Like, we don't need this thing. It's not, and all it's doing is ruining your platform. Grok, is this true? Grok, is this true?
Grok.
Every time I click a tweet, a little pop-up comes up to be like, do you need help? Do you need Grok to help you understand
Grok,
this
show
post?
me this guy naked,
And
please.
like, no, I don't need help. It's a tweet. I can figure it out.
Grok, I need help. Show me this guy naked and in a bikini, please. Thank you, Grok. Grok, show me this guy's balls. All right, everybody. We are now going to go to the bonus episode where, just as a reminder, we're going to do our ins and outs of 2026. I'm going to describe, I totally forgot the awful afternoon that I just had. I'm going to bitch for a little bit.
Wow, what a surprise. Ben is going to bitch.
I'm going to bitch and complain.
That's going to be a real treat.
And then Friday, we're going to do our live stream tomorrow, 2 p.m. Pacific, 5 p.m. Eastern. Fuck you, Mountain Time. Don't care.
Whoa, we love you, Mountain Time.
Don't care. Love you, but don't care about your time.
We just can't figure it out.
Don't give a flying fuck about what time it is
I care.
in the mountains. I don't care. What time is it? Who the hell knows, man? All right, see you there, BenandEmilShow.com. Sign up. Enjoy yourself.
Coming up on this week's episode of BenandEmilShow.com.
Oh, yeah, he's fully drowning. But, like, dude, at least tell the people, at least start. You've got orders ready to go. There were like 6 bags there ready to go, and he's adding more, but not calling them out.
Hey, he doesn't come to your job and tell you how to suck dick.
I basically just popped into a Chinese restaurant.
Did a shift.
And did a shift, a 15-minute shift, and handed out orders and then just fucking left. And it was very funny to me. It was very amusing.
Was the food good at the other place?
So good.
Wow.
Classic. I'm trying to do that. I'm trying to read the comments less. In Jimmy Fallon. We're going to welcome him back.
No
He's going to come all the way back around.
No way.
He's cool now.
No.
Spread the word. Jimmy
There's
Fallon's
no
cool
way,
now.
dude.
Anyway, what's your next one?
There's no way.
No, he's cool now. We like Jimmy Fallon. He's great. He's gonna fully embrace his alcoholism, and he's gonna
I would think is cool.
Man, that would be cool.
If
Just
Jimmy
lean
Fallon
into it, dude.
Really leaned in and just became like bloated alcoholic.
And became
like,
no. What he needs to do is become an asshole and stop being so people pleasing.
Yes.
Just be a fucking asshole.
If he was doing like Letterman style interviews, is it gonna be actually bad, or is it?
It's
gonna
pretty.
Just be
It's just a.
Is it gonna be like, I called someone on the phone and they couldn't help me.
No.
My life fucking sucks.
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't
Everything bad happens to me.
What, Tim Robinson all of a sudden?
That's basically, you're like a Tim Robinson character. You're never gonna believe what happened to me.
Well, so
I had to call customer service and my fucking life sucks. I walk Doug, right? And things gonna get worse.